We are back for Breaking the Habit 2024 for our last run of the event. We are closing out with Illbleed, with Abby's Corner, and on commentary, PippyInATopHat. I am very much looking forward to this run. Thank you all so much for being here. Let's go out with some more scary games as we get close to Halloween, just a few days away. Everyone, sit back, enjoy, and I'm gonna let Abby and Pippy take it away.
Hi, everybody. Are you ready for some comedy to happen, though? Because, it's not really scary. It's more comedic. It was one of the last games... That's a lie. It wasn't one of the last games to come out on the Dreamcast, depending where you lived, but it didn't come out in Europe. So, ha 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 ha. But yes, I'm joined with, Pippy. This is gonna be fun. Especially if you saw this last night. But without any further ado, in 3, 2, 1, let us begin the run.
Press start butter.
Yes, press start butter. So this is a game that came out in 2001. Didn't come out in Europe, despite the fact that Europe is the Dreamcast's most popular market for some reason. Like, the Dreamcast was still getting official games till 2003. Also, this game is brutally difficult. Just fun fact, because each level has 3 different patterns that you have to memorize. And again, if you don't know how the game works, it can be very brutal. The only thing that's not randomized is where pickupable items are. So you'll notice that there's a bunch of stuff above my head, which is sight, hearing, smell, sixth sense. Sixth sense are fight encounters as well as item pickups. You'll never know which one it is. Sight, hearing, and smell is a trap. Traps do damage. You can bleed. You can faint. You can have a heart attack from having too much of a heart rate. And you can just die. And we're on pattern B. Indeed. So we're on B. How did I know I was on B? Because the smell was still going off. B is the second best pattern of the level, because we have to do an extra skip. And also this. If this hand punches you in the face, you are dead, because you're gonna bleed out. Because it's going to do a bunch of bleed damage, and it's going to be like, oh no. Bleed damage is the most likely way you're going to die, because it can also cause HP loss, cause your heart rate to also go 0. If your heart rate goes to 0, you can also die. So it's like, haha, well, isn't this just painful? But so far we're doing good. We've got our baseball bat. There are 2 other items you have to pick up, and if you miss one, you have to retrace your steps, and I hope you know the level backwards, because every trap that I'm not tagging / fight encounter I'm not tagging is still very much active. So yeah, there's a chance you could get hit. Anyone want to see a cool skip where it shouldn't make any sense but works? Because here we go. I'm gonna run into this table and jump and skip a fight.
We love fight boxes.
Because here's the funny thing. If you were to just try to jump that without running into the table, you would activate the fight. So now we've gotten the testimonial. We're continuing along. B has the fastest for this room. It takes 5 seconds to get out of this room. It's 8 seconds on C and 11 seconds on A, because A actually has to tag the entire thing, because there's bottles in the middle of the room, and A would get attacked by the wall and the TV, so it has to tag the bottles. The reason I didn't tag that guy is because we actually lose 2 seconds, and B has nothing else going on in this hallway. A, you would need to tag him because you'd be tagging a door anyway, and C, you wouldn't need to tag him, but you would need to stick to the left wall, otherwise the first door would set you on fire. And then we're gonna fall through the floor. There we go.
Just casually, like you do. Floors aren't real.
Yep. And then we're gonna try chair skip. This is a lot harder than it looks, but we got it. Cool.
Oh, heck yeah! Who needs
Um,
chairs?
And then we're gonna go this way. That was a fight skip, by the way, which is why I tagged the door anyway, just in case. And then we're gonna go this way, and then we're gonna tag that light, but also tag that light more importantly. Sometimes it's easier to multi-tag than it is to singular tag, because the game will fight you sometimes. So it's just like, just go with the flow. Otherwise, you could be like losing a ton of time. Please stop trying to hit me, sir. It's not very nice. I understand that you have a wrench, but I need you to stop hitting me. Thank you. All right, here we go. And we're good. Again, every time we tag, it takes up adrenaline, which is the brain you see. But every time that we successfully tag, we get adrenaline back. So it's like, excellent. So now we're going to meet the boss of the level. His name is Gale Banbelow. However, I thought his name was Bam Below, so I used to call him Bambi all the time, for short. But turns out I was wrong. So he is no longer Bambi, unfortunately, unless we don't really care. But we don't, so he's still Bambi. Now you want to wait a second to make sure that he starts firing, and this is so that we can call this down a little bit faster, and then double dodge backwards in order for him to get a little bit more off the platform, so we can call the helicopter. Yes, that is a helicopter's rope, and yes, it is going through a roof. Does this game make any sense? No, and that's what makes it great. And then we're going to play an extreme game of chicken while in Bambelow's maze. So he's going to be coming out of that second hallway. We might even see him come out of that second hallway. Nope. And we're going to take a left every time that we can take a left. Very important to do so as we go here. And then we're going to go this way. Again, he has a very weird hitbox. If you try to pass him more on the side with the nozzle, you're most likely going to get into that fight encounter. If you pass him on the side of the gas can, you're most likely going to pass him. Again, everything has a very weird hitbox in this game. Also, that's Kevin. Kevin takes 15 minutes to die, which is why True Ending is the longest category in the game. Even though it's New Game Plus and you can have a super powerful Erico, it's because you have to wait 15 minutes for him to die, because you have to have all your friends die. Whereas Bad Ending, you're allowed to save Kevin, and we're actually going to be using Kevin throughout the run, but everybody else has to die, type of deal. And Good Ending is that you have to save all your friends. Wait there for a second so that we can pass him, and then here we go again. Hooray. We've made it through his maze, and now it's on to the boss fight.
Abby,
Also, these photo booths.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say that the photo booths are how you save the game.
I was gonna say I never know how you achieve so many dodges when the character is not in camera.
Hours of practice is gonna be my answer, because I have about 500 hours in this game at this point. Lots and lots of practice. So we're gonna pick up Kevin, and then Kevin's alive, and he's all like, hey, by the way, most of the cast is voiced by somebody from Sonic Adventure. Erico is the voice actress for Rouge. Kevin is the voice actor for Sonic. Randy's the voice actor for Vector. Jorg is not a voice actor and was just somebody in the office, and they named the character even after this person. Is Michelle a different actress? I think Michelle's a different actress. Mary is the same voice actress as Erico. I recently somehow randomly came across Erico's voice actress's Twitter account. It randomly appeared in my feed today, and I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Also, very
But-
casually, just this game becomes a platformer sometimes.
Yes.
This engine looks like it was made for perfect platforming, right?
Yeah, I want to say that it's the same engine that they used for Sonic Adventure, because if you go and see the good ending, it looks like something straight out of like
Really?
the first level. But I have no idea what engine they used, or anything like that. I mean,
I
granted,
wonder if
it's
that
a
information's available.
anything is possible. Sega did publish this game in Japan. The developer is out of business. The North American publisher is out of business. I do not know who published the game in Russia, and I do not know who published the game in Taiwan, but I want to assume that it might have been Sega for Taiwan as well. This is actually one of the few games that got a Chinese localization because of that Taiwanese release. That Taiwanese release is also very expensive. About $1,000.
Oh my
The
god.
Russian version's about 700. The US version goes for about 500, and the Japanese version being the cheapest. So, yeah. Also, Amazons are full heals, so that is also a thing. On to level 2!
We get to hear the fun music now?
Yes, we get to hear the fun music once again.
Yay.
Fun fact about their previous game, which is Blue Stinger, the North American release has a similar camera system to Illbleed, whereas their other camera system, where the Japanese version is a fixed camera angle, which is very interesting. But also, Illbleed has differences between the North American and Japanese release as well, from the healing items being different, as well as the certain musical choices not being added in the Japanese version. But we'll get to that in level 5 as we head to level 2, where we get to meet Rachel, the Worm Queen. So yeah. Also, if you want menus to move fast, you want to hold the horror monitor button. Also, this is where we meet Kevin. The reason we pick Kevin is because male characters have better jumps than the female characters, but female characters have better melee attacks. Also, there's no traps in this level, making this the fastest level in the game, but also there are far more enemy encounters. So what has happened is an evil monkey has stolen our horror monitor, which is why we don't have the horror monitor. There are 2 evil monkey fight encounters in the level, but then there's worms moving all about throughout the rest of the level, so it's like haha. So it's about kind of knowing where their spawn locations are is the most important thing. The start of the level is actually the hardest part of it. So we're gonna go this way, then we're gonna stick over here to avoid evil monkey fight number 1, then we're gonna go this way, then we're going to go a little bit to the left, but kind of sticking to the right, because there isn't a worm coming to our left as we go here. And then we're going to turn, and then I'm going to do this here so I can get a camera angle, because again, the Dreamcast only had a single analog stick, which is really weird because yeah, I get that the console came out in 1998, but the DualShock for the PlayStation was what, 1997? So you think they would have been like maybe 2 analog sticks would be a good thing at this point, but also the Dreamcast has a very terrible D-pad, which is also very weird considering the Sega Saturn has probably the best D-pad ever made. That D-pad is amazing for fighting games. Just absolutely incredible. But luckily there are things like Brooks converters, so you can use whatever controller you like with your consoles.
I was the
there is one.
Nintendo kid.
There is one. There is one that works with both the Saturn and the Dreamcast. By the way, Pippy has a knack for making me crack a lot, so that is gonna happen. So be aware. And then we have the final worm here. I do have a bottle of Mountain Dew Voodoo 2024 next to me. So shout outs to Marphoria. Because yeah, you gotta get the Mountain Dew. So now we've passed the hardest part of the level. It's now time to do some more platforming.
With new and improved jumps.
Yes, new and improved jumps.
And a baby bomb.
Yes, which we're going to do or use to unlock a door. Don't ask me why this works, because I don't know. It is honestly, Rachel's baby bottle.
It's one of the things I really appreciate about watching horror game speedruns is that, like, there's all these weird key items that just make no sense out of context. It's like, oh, that's a key. That makes normal sense. But why did we unlock it with a baby bottle? And, like, last level, our key item was, like, a baseball trophy? I think?
Okay, so do you want the story of why it was baseball stuff?
Okay,
because Ban Below's son was a baseball prodigy, but some teenagers burnt the inn down, hence why Ban Below is also looking sort of zombie burnt-ish. And Ban Below took revenge upon them for the death of his son, so that's why it's all baseball themed.
Isn't that
as for the big
called like home run, the home
of death,
a home run of death. Yeah, I know what the levels are called. I definitely don't just watch people speedrun this game for the sound effects.
Also, you want to be careful when picking up the wrench because there is a permanent health upgrade next to it. And permanent health upgrades stick in your inventory for the entire game, whereas healing items do not. They leave your inventory once you're done the level, which can cause a bit of menuing problems because obviously if it's there you might have to be like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Also, there's a zombies with guns fight that I didn't mention that I'm standing right in front of. That fight will most likely kill you because it's a very small arena. They do a ton of damage, so it can be quite scary. That's what the Sixth Sense going off there was the zombies with gunfight as we go here. And then we gotta do some more platforming because we have to go fight Rachel. Now, you may have noticed that there's some patches of dirt. If you touch that patch of dirt, what's going to happen is you're going to summon Rachel with infinite health. You're going to have to escape from Rachel, and then she's going to kick you all the way back to the car section. So it's like, oh, lovely. As we go. Again, Kevin's got them jumps, but every male character has that jump. That's not a Kevin trait. That's a male character trait.
Don't think you're special, Kevin.
He's really not. So here we go. Rachel. Ooh, we got the counter hit. I'll explain counter hits more in the next level when they become important. They're not really important in boss fights because bosses don't need counter hits to die. It just does more damage, which obviously is good, but it's not a necessity. All right, there we go. Come on. There we go. Burning the worm. And then we're running. Burn. Nope. I also don't know if the dive counts as a counter hit or not, because, you know, she doesn't do the animation, so I'm like, I don't know. Is she slowly losing health? Also, we're doing bad ending, right? I did understand that correctly?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because this would be the
possibility of doing good ending.
Yeah, it was a bid war. Yes, and it was very close. It's like it was like 83 cents between the two, but like right now would be the cutoff for it because this is the level we save Michelle in, and you save Michelle after the Rachel fight, sort of thing. Yay, we win. So we go and grab the gas can so that we can use the car to get out of here. But if you wanted to save Michelle, what you would do is you would go down this road over here, and then you would fight evil monkeys, and then Michelle would be saved, and everything would be cool. And there we go. Maximum monies. We're actually going to have a lot of money because we're not saving anybody and because we're not getting the permanent health upgrades. There's actually a thing where you would need... whoops. Sorry. We're buying healing items this time because now we have to worry about regular enemy fights because this is totally a thing now. That's what level 3 introduces to us, because we have enemy fights that we need to win, and in order to win an enemy fight, you need to kill them with a counter hit. They can survive, but or they can be damaged by regular hits, but they need a counter hit to die. So that's a thing. Welcome to Wood Puppets, where we're going to fight a giant tree with a mustache. Also, we're going back to Eriko for the next 2 levels. We play half the game as Eriko, half the game as Kevin. So here we go. We get the horror monitor. We don't know what pattern we're on yet. Once again, we're back to trying to get which of the 3 patterns we have, because of course we are.
For clarity, essentially the game has only 3 RNG seeds per level that it picks from, and the goal of the beginning of the level is to figure out what one it has picked, but it doesn't pick that seed for the entire game. It'll re-roll at the beginning of every level.
Yep.
And you just gotta figure it out based on what things get triggered when, and know what that means about the 3 different patterns.
Indeed. And I do this all off my brain because I know good at making notes. So... Oh, we're on... Are we on A? We might be on... No, we're on C. Okay, we're back on C. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, but for some reason I thought that blob was only gonna be A, or for some reason. And then there's the corner of despair, which is right here. You want to make sure that you've tagged everything, because you're about to see a lot of orbs hit me. And when I say a lot of orbs, I mean a lot of orbs. Because there are so many traps just in that corner, and it's like, oh, well, okay then.
I thought the GDQ hotfix run was yesterday. Why do we have orbs when it's not GDQ? I don't know,
because they...
requisite joke. Thank you. something
Okay.
orb.
And then here we go. Also, there are medical rooms that you can go in. So it's like, haha. So here we go. Going back down. Going left. We're gonna take a tight turn here to avoid a trap. Come on. There you go. Again, it's a very tight turn in order to do that. And then we're going up. We're gonna grab the tree piece, the tree branch, but he doesn't like that we took the tree piece. And so he fights us to the death out of anger for whatever reason. Come on. Nope. He's not gonna be nice to us today, because I haven't hit him with a counter hit yet. Oh wait, there we go. But only one. Ow.
Man,
Also, you might notice you might notice the blue chip. So when your bleed meter is past the blue chip, your hitbox is now bigger and more susceptible to hitting a trap, which of course is no fun. So there we go, we hit that one. This is why we bring in some supplies, just in case. because you never know how these things are gonna go. Also, because we're on C, we're going to be taking a large turn here because C and A are both the first grade. If you try to take a narrow turn, you're most likely going to be set on fire. And nobody wants to be set on fire. As we now turn, keep to the left in order to avoid the other two traps, and then we have the wood puppet fight to worry about. So tag the entrance there, and here comes wood puppets. Hooray!
Hello.
Wood puppets. They're very fast. Come on, get over here. Come on, try to hit me. There you go.
Hey, hurry up!
Ow.
Oh my god, that was aggressive.
Yes. They are aggressive. There we go, we made it.
Shoutouts to one of my favorite parts of this game, that every escape you make from a fight is narrow. There is no other kind of escape.
Indeed. And now here's one of the other changes between versions. In the English version, you need to spell out wood, but in the Japanese version, you spell out 1564, which is a play on murder because of hitogoroshi. So that's why. There is a note you can find that'll say murder on it, and it's like, oh, okay. And then because we're on C, it's going to be the middle light. So tag the middle light, and then we keep going. Eventually, I'll be talking about map pausing because we gotta really abuse that coming up, because you might have noticed that my speed has significantly dropped because it's significantly dropped. Yes, you are. So tag that one. So what map pausing is basically I'm opening the map, which pauses enemy positions all the time. Wait, you were there? I thought you were next. Apparently not. We're gonna be set on fire. Yay! It's fine. And then we need to tag that. There we go. We live. I might also have misunderstood what pattern I'm on. We'll never know, because I kind of just know what to do, I guess. Anyway, so we're going into the Woodsman's Hunt, and they're very fast compared to us, so we need to keep their positions paused in order to stop them from getting us into fights. Also, I need to heal. Might be a good idea. Might be a good idea. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna walk forward and make it through. There we go. Excellent.
I do love that the wood puppet still has blood. He doesn't have like sap.
Yeah, it's
No.
still blood.
This is Illbleed after all. There is a
Yes.
lot of bleeding.
Yes, there is. So we're just slowly moving and grooving. And then there he is. Sometimes you can make them despawn. It's kind of random, the spots. Because you can even make Bambalo despawn in his maze, and it's kind of like, where are these spots? They just happen so randomly. So what I'm doing right now is basically playing a game of chicken, because I'm waiting to see them on screen before pausing, because another thing we need to do is make sure that one is following us pretty close so that the other ones don't spawn in, because there can be, like, if you don't have one following you, there's one right here. So very much abusing the ability to pause their position. You can also open your inventory, but it's just easier to open the map. Again, to make the page open fast like that, you need to hold the horror monitor button down to make that happen. We're almost through. There are two paths you can take. This is the faster path, and also deals less with lumberjacks, because you see, They stop chasing you once you get to about this tree. The other path gets you closer to the Woodalls, but it's like, yeah, but I'm not dealing with so much. And they both kind of take about the same amount of time, but again, this one is slightly faster. So we grab the Woodalls and then we turn. Very good. And then, for some reason, the Woodalls don't want to eat Erico Wood Puppet, but they will eat this tree. So the Lorax would be very mad because, did we cut down this tree? Technically, yes. Technically, yes.
Listen, it's not our fault if the natural enemy of wood is tiny bug, and we are just less tasty wood for some reason.
Also, we can fall off this platform, hence why we see lumberjacks below us. So when you're doing these sharp turns, it can be a little risky. Because again, you can fall down. So there we go. Just hopping along. Because that's what
I like
we do.
the very epic music for just a little tap 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 tap.
It's kind of amusing how in beat the tap 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 tap
is.
is to the music. This game almost came out on the Xbox 360 as well, because anybody who had an Xbox might have noticed, or 360 might have noticed that a couple of Dreamcast games showed up on there, as well as Nights into Dreams for some reason. Nights into Dreams is a Saturn game, so it's weird that it would come out with a bunch of Dreamcast games, but that's another thing for another time. But unfortunately, the creator of Illbleed passed away before they released the project to the 360, so they canceled it. So it's like, oh, well, darn it. So it is still only a Dreamcast game. No idea who owns the rights. But I'm just saying, Sega, remember Illbleed?
Don't you
Can we
want to
get some
re-release
Illbleed?
Illbleed?
Yeah.
How many years has it been?
23.
I think Illbleed is due for a re-release.
Yeah.
Though with this much
I
blood,
mean-
the HD remaster of Illbleed might look disturbing.
Maybe. But also, are they gonna add, like, I hope they would keep the same camera, because, yeah, we have dual analog sticks on modern platforms now, but, like, there's something charming about this, okay? So now we're in the gauntlet. We've made it here. We have to fight 2 to the death. If we were on A, we would have to fight 3. But because we're on C, we only have to fight 2. B and C get to fight 2, but the problem with C is the wood puppet fight that I had to escape from. So it's like, haha. Also, we're about to tag the last trap of the level 2, which is right here. Excellent. Cool.
Cool.
And then we get the last lumberjack, and then we're going to go into what I like to call the wood puppet Iron Maiden. Also, are there any Sonic the Hedgehog fans in chat by chance? Or perhaps maybe, you know, hosting and or on commentary? Because coming up, we will be showing you Sonic the Hedgehog's true form. I hope you're ready, because I don't know if you're gonna be ready for that, but
I
it's
don't
gonna happen.
think I've ever been on a stream at any point where the answer to "Are there any Sonic the Hedgehog fans here?" is just a flat no. Like, everyone is at least a lukewarm to Sonic the Hedgehog, or at least somebody in every group, I feel like.
Fair enough. I mean, granted, we won't see his form until the last level, but you know, I'm just warning people that we're gonna see that. Also, giant tree with mustache. You can hit him twice at the beginning of the fight. Every time he swipes, it's 3 hits. Every time he pukes, it's 2. You cannot trade hits to kill him. You must be the definitive winner of the exchange in order to kill him. As I came to find out. So that is a thing. 2, 3, and then puke, and then 1, 2. Huzzah! And then he goes away.
Let's hear it for my favorite instance of the game of dodging, but not actually. You're just kind of standing there and doing an animation as his attack goes through you.
Hey, iframes are a thing, right?
Iframes are great. Listen, I have an addiction to backflip related iframes. This is a very niche joke, but it's also true.
Pippy is a Skyward Sword runner. That's why it's a niche joke.
Yeah.
I am also a Skyward Sword runner, granted of the HD variety.
Hey, you can still backflip. You can still backflip. They kept that.
True.
You want to be good at Skyward Sword? Just get good at backflipping. And then watch it destroy your gameplay for every other game.
So we're going into the hardest level of the game. This level can cause us death very easily. It has killed, I think, every runner's run at least once, if not more, because it has the hardest fight in the entire game. No, it's not the final boss that's hard, or the hardest. It's this fight in this department store. More on that at 11 when we get there. I'm joking, it's not going to take us till 11 o'clock to get there. But I wanted to make the joke of more at 11. Okay, I'm sorry.
Hey, it depends on the time zone. Maybe are there 15-minute time zones?
Well, it would be a half hour for me. So
Yeah.
there is. I mean, Newfoundland is a half an hour ahead of the Maritimes. But the Maritimes is an hour ahead of Eastern time. So, sorry, I'm from Nova Scotia. Don't worry about it. So, yeah. Well, technically I'm from Montreal, but shh.
Cool.
It's
I'm
really
an
complicated
American
where I'm
from Eastern time zone, and what I despise about being from Eastern time zone is that everything is calibrated to Eastern time zone for some reason, so I never really learned how to convert time zone.
It's because of the New York Stock Exchange, that's why.
Really? That makes sense. Darn you, New York.
It's why Ontario won't get rid of daylight savings time, because they have to coordinate with Quebec, because half of the half of the federal government's in Quebec, half the federal government's in Ontario. But also we have to, for some reason, also do something with New York. It's very weird. But either way, daylight saving time coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon to the US and Canada. I think it already happened in the UK.
Possibly.
Yeah, I think that was
don't-
yesterday.
Cool.
I don't know how this stuff works. I just know it's dumb.
It is. But if you would like an extra hour of sleep, you can acquire that in several days if you are in the US or Canada. If you would like an extra hour of playing Illbleed, you could also do that. Who needs sleep? You just put a severed head on a cake.
Yes, I did. That's Hell Cake. He won't get out of our way until you give him the severed head. So that's a thing. Also, fair warning, giant cockroaches incoming. So fair warning, everybody. So, oh right, I'm on C, so I need, again, see how like the horror monitor was fighting me there? It's just better to multi-tag than to try to fight exactly the spot that you want. So it's the entire right row on C, the entire back row on B, and the entire left row on A. Is how you can tell where you are if you're not 100% sure. So here's the giant cockroaches. Feed them 1 piece of meat apiece. It is a 7% chance for 1 meat to make them both go away. That's 1 meat each. So it's like, aha. Now, you might be asking, why the 3rd piece of meat? We're about to find that out. Oh, great. My luck has been garbage with this as of late, as they keep not wanting to go away, and I just get double hit, which is terrible. But we're about to find out why we need that 3rd piece of meat. And the answer is to get on this grill, because the chef won't let you on until you do. However, if you go back towards the chef and fall off, you have to go out and get another piece of meat. Rather terrible. Here we go. Very important to full heal.
Oh, I think we might be having a little bit of issue with the visuals, and right as I say something, it starts to come back.
Oh. Oh dear.
Don't worry, you
here
just
we
have
go.
to tell us literally everything that's happening. If you tell us literally everything that's happening, I'm pretty sure this run is still leaderboard viable.
Okay.
I do not
Well-
represent the leaderboard, so I don't know that that's true, and it's probably not.
Well, I just tagged some onions. Does that count?
Oh, we
Of
don't get to
telling
see
you.
the angry onions this time. I liked seeing the angry onions last time.
We get to tag a pineapple,
The pineapple!
and then we have to tag that 3rd pile of goo. Because we're on C. There we go. We did the thing. Hooray! And then we're gonna run as fast as humanly possible to the next spot. Alright, here we go. Make sure to tag this. Very dangerous to not tag it. So here's why this is the worst fight in the game. Because it's a regular enemy fight, but it's not 1. It's not 2. It's 3. And they like to back each other up, making it very hard to hit them. Also, our range sucks. So it's like, oh no, we are in trouble. So, yeah, we're gonna do the best we can. Also, you can't heal while you're in fights. You just get a giant pause button. See? Giant pause is what you get when you try to open the menu. It's a very interesting design choice. They really wanted to make players suffer through the game. It takes a lot of patience to play this game casually, and to like kind of know what you're doing. Oh, nice. Ooh, but of course, as they die, the easier the fight becomes. So that's also good. Ooh, nice. And of course, we want them to die somewhat close together, and the reason for that is because the fight doesn't end until all the orbs hit us. So, if they're all far apart, it kind of takes a minute, because also fighting enemies and winning the fight gives us orbs as well. So there we go. They're all pretty close together. Not too bad of a fight at all. As we continue.
Pretty cool.
Whoop. There we go, there we go. There we
I'd
go.
just like to announce my appreciation for, first of all, some of the healing items in this game are hilarious. I love the idea if you're walking through a haunted theme park just listening to your relaxation CD. But also the fact that you buy them all at a drugstore. When I go to the drugstore, usually I definitely want to buy relaxation CDs and Chinese noodles. Or, I'm sorry, what is it in the American version? A hamburger?
Salad.
No, it's a salad. Oh, they let Americans have a different food for once.
Yep, salad, and then the full heal is a steak.
Well, I guess I'm not full healing.
Also, you may have noticed that I was paid up front for going into this level, and that is because there's a gimmick. Every trap will take money from you. Also, shoutouts to the top hats. No, Pippy, you cannot stay in the top hat.
Aw,
You cannot
could-
stay in top hat land.
they're so big I could live in them.
No. And so you need $200,000 to enter Toyland. Now, granted, we had over 200,000 before entering the level, so we were perfectly fine. However, if you don't have 200,000, there are some safes that have 100 grand in them apiece. But again, if you don't have the money, you cannot continue. Also, shoutouts to the Mega Dream, which doesn't exist, of course, because they called it the Dreamcast across all regions. I'm pretty sure the Mega Drive / Genesis is the only console they released that had a different name depending what region you lived in.
Hey, Abby,
It's just
can I just
kinda-
hop in really quick?
Yep.
So the I don't know if it's a Discord video that might be lagging. I'm just gonna restart that really quick. So I don't know if you want to just take a
Yep.
pause or something like that.
Sure.
Let's just do that really quick. All right, and we're gonna
Hopefully we can fix the PowerPoint presentation.
Oh no.
Let's see.
It's been an interesting frame rate, but you know what? It's an interesting game. It's just feeling a little quirky tonight.
Let's see.
In the meantime, we can admire the fact that Eriko's nationality is USA on her ID card.
Mm-hmm. And she's a student.
Yeah.
Blue eyes. PHA. Also 16.
I think you
And her
wanna
last name is Christy.
if you wanna try starting again, we'll see if it's okay.
Okay. No problem. Where did I put that? There we go. All right, cool.
Let's see.
And then we have Cork.
Ah.
More on Cork.
It's still doing it.
Okay. Here, just a second here. Let's see what happens. I'm going to try something. Do. Oh wait, what am I doing?
We'll take a short break while we figure this out. Don't worry, guys. We will be right back. Just hang out for just a minute, and we'll be right back. We'll finish this up. Don't you worry.
Mental health journey, what comes to mind?
What a question. I think when people hear remember to take care of your mental health, they think that everyone else is, and that's not at all accurate. You know, for me, I'm trying to learn still to make sure that I stay okay. You know what I'm saying? But I just answered like 40 questions in one, and
All right, everyone, welcome back. We figured it out. Everything's all good now. Just really quick, I just want to pop in some donations that we got. We got a $25 donation from Kevin. Oh, weird.
Kevin?
From Kevin P. that says, you all are amazing for hosting such a great event for such a great cause. Always going to show support and bring awareness when possible. Thank you so much, Kevin. I think I know that, Kevin. And thanks, Kevin. I hope you're doing well. And then we got $50 from Anonymous that says, go Abby and Pippy. I agree.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh no. Oh,
Ah!
oh no.
Hi, friend.
Oh no. Thanks, horror monitor button. Thank you. Oh God, we're
Oh, no, it's
against
the
Mary and
burger.
she's angry and fast. Yes. So when Mary catches us, we have to fight her to the death every time. We're also in her maze where we're constantly taking damage, and we need to find 4 keys. Luckily that wasn't too bad.
Woo.
But sometimes the horror monitor button likes to do that. and then we're gonna go this way to get the yellow key. I don't know if she's gonna be around the corner, but also Mary is very fast. So we're gonna hit the map button every time. Oh, you're right. Oh, good. You're right there. How kind of you. I ran the wrong way, didn't I? Yep. Okay,
Aw.
cool.
The maze is a little scary today.
Yep. Okay, we should be fine. We should be fine. Okay, here we go. Green area. Nice. Then we're gonna go into the pink area because we need to get pink before we can get green because green is closer to the exit. So yeah, Mary likes to chase us around. Mary is who I consider to be the final boss. Or not the final boss, but the boss of the level, because the actual boss of the level, we're going to control them and cause them to hit the wall. And we actually have to do stuff against Mary, because we have this, then we have hide and seek, where we actually have to fight her to the death, and then we have, anybody a fan of Mario Party by chance? By chance, is anybody a fan of Mario Party?
Game. This is the new Mario Party game. I haven't played it yet, so I just assume.
Because I hate to do this to everybody who may have played Mario Party 1, but there's a segment I like to call Mario Party Repressed Memories, which is how we finish the Mary section. So just fair warning on that one. All right, so here we go. Oh, yeah, that's what I accidentally picked up.
Oh, we have
and
artificial plasma.
Yeah, which is something I don't want in my inventory.
While trying to solve the technical issues, we may have accidentally picked up an item, so menuing is going to be a little bit different. But, you know what, that's okay.
So, because we're on C, we want the glasses. If it was A, we would want the keyboard. And if it was B, we would want the fridge. And Mary gets very angry that we found her, which is why we have the fight to the death right now. So, here's how I do this fight. I don't move. I let her come to me because she's really fast. The only time I move is if she's on the ground. As you can see, she's quite quick. Quite quick with her stabs.
She's just
Mary,
straight
please.
up stabbing you in the kneecaps. Like,
Yes.
it's kinda rude.
There we go. Knocked down. Please die. Please.
There
Thank
we
you.
go.
Some for good measure. So if you had no heals at this point, fear not, because there's an Amazon right next to the key. So you would be perfectly fine, because again, Amazons are full heals. So I'm just going to use that right now and then use the key. Actually, with the plasma being in my inventory, that kind of sped up the key. So that's at least good. And now it's time for that Mario Party repressed memory. I'm sorry, everybody, because it's now time to jump rope. Just like you would in Mario Party, where
Yeah.
you had to do it like 40 times or something like that, or until every other player was knocked out. Although I
Failing
think if
this
you do...
minigame- Oh, sorry.
Although I think if you do Minigame Island, you have to do it 40 times. By the way, this is what happens when you fail. Blood goes everywhere. And in the
Just
cutscene...
like in Mario Party!
In the cutscene, she says that they would kill that the poison would insta kill you. That is not the case. It does that much damage every time. It actually, like, it's really hard to die by the jump rope. So here we go. And
My
then...
new favorite meme category, death by jump rope.
Oh, that would take forever. I remember the first time Pippy ever saw that, her response was, "That is violent!"
Listen, the game's called Illbleed. I don't know why I didn't see it coming. Oh my god, there's an enemy with infinite health. So says the
What a
bar at the top of the
surprise.
screen.
here we go. Excellent. So we grab the controller. He's distracted by the phone, so he doesn't know that we took the controller. You can make Cashman hit you. I don't know why you would, but you can make Cashman hit you. So we make him hit the wall 4 times. That is why I say Mary is the boss, because, I mean, this, right? Ta-da!
I kind of like that they do have like a full unique animation for Eriko of like controlling the little dude. It's kind of cute.
And now we say goodbye to Eriko for the rest of the game, so no more kill! It's
Eriko,
gone.
I will miss you. Please know that you are very cool.
So we grab that, and then we're playing Kevin in the easiest level in the game by far. And there was something I was going to remind you of in level 5, and I completely forgot what it was.
Level 5
Oops.
is which
Killer
one's level
Man.
5? Yeah, it's Killer Man.
And I was trying, and I said more on something when we get to Kill a Man at like the beginning of the run, and I totally blanked on what that was. Anyway, welcome to Killer Man. It's the backstage area. They think we're an employee when we tell them, hey, there's a dead body back here. Killer Man is busy killing people, and this is the murder mystery of how we solve that. Also, if you are playing this game for the first time, I do not recommend playing Kevin, because Kevin has one major issue that we haven't seen, which is that if he gets caught in a fight encounter that's not tagged, he will squirm for 15 to 30 seconds.
30
And-
seconds. Kevin.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if somebody came up to me and started trying to fight me, I also would probably squirm for 30 seconds. Or more. I don't think I'm capable of fighting back. But Kevin!
Only Eriko stands up right away.
Eriko's got
So-
nerves of steel.
She does, because her father would keep doing traps on her. Like, in the opening cutscenes, she mentions how her family runs a horror caravan, or ran a horror caravan, and her dad would test, like, traps on her. So she's not afraid of anything until she, spoilers for the true ending, kills her father. Because she goes back to Illbleed again. So she does 2 trips in Illbleed, and then the true ending, she faces her father, and it turns out that her father might have been an alien the entire time.
I swear, every time I hear the full plot, it feels more and more unhinged. Cool.
You know, must be
Oh, right.
careful, because
Hedgehog.
that's a Mary fight. And then there we go. All right. And then run. We're doing good. Don't Sixth Sense me, please. Yay. Oh, wait, no, I'm getting hit by a buzzsaw. So the gimmick here also is that traps from the previous 3 or 4 levels are here. So everything from Killer Department Store will still take money from you. So that's also a thing. So it's like, haha. But this level does contain 2 Amazons, both of them very out of the way. So, also, Also, sometimes things will act as invisible walls. We're on B, by the way. Oh, no, we're not. We're not on B. I lied. Never mind. Also, make sure to tag right in front of that can, because that's a Mary fight in a very tiny arena, and she will kill you quite easily. So by tagging the fight, she just kind of turns her, like, her back is just to us as she stares into a corner. So we're fine.
Oh no! Our several dollars! Oh,
5,000
5,000. That's a lot
in
of dollars.
Yeah. Although we do have 360 something.
Dip, that's a lot of money. Can we use it to donate to find charitable causes through speedrunning events?
All right.
That's the feature
I
I want
wish.
from my new video games.
It would be cool. It would be very cool, but unfortunately it is fake video game money sadness. So here we go. Shotgun. Shotgun is going to be very useful. Grab the employee ID card so that we can open this door, and then we have to run all the way back to York. Yay. York. Sorry, there is a runner, the runner who actually got me into this game. She's not a fan of York, and therefore the York Haters Club exists. So, yay.
Why doesn't she like York?
You know, I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know the answer to that question at all. Though granted, if you were to save Yorg and go to every cutscene, Yorg kind of mansplains to Eriko. He also mansplains to Kevin, so that might have something to do with it. I'm not 100% sure. He is kind of annoying. And very much out of the way. It's right there.
Oh no, a dead body!
Yep. It'd be nice if we didn't have to walk all the way back and then all the way back again. It is very much the walking simulator level. So one thing about Kevin compared to Eriko is that Eriko's dodges cost 2 heart rate every time. Kevin's cost 4. That's kind of a disadvantage, but Yorg has better dodges, which is why we use him for the final 2 levels of the game, because whoever you play as in the final level, you also fight the final boss as that character. So it is very much needed as we go. Here we go. Going for it. 0824. Enter.
If you dare. Oh hey, it's just a hallway.
It's a hallway with blades.
Oh.
That's the trap of this, is blades. Okay, so we're on A. Good to know. Alright. And then we're gonna stick to this side. There are also a ton of references to Blue Stinger here. You can actually see a main character of Blue Stinger in this area as he falls to his death. Well, his corpse just falls down. Also, Hassie is a healing item in Blue Stinger, as well as Illbleed. It's the soda drink. Also, the final boss we're going to be fighting is from Blue Stinger. So, yeah. So there we go.
All right.
Huzzah.
Personally, I'm not really aware of what Blue Stinger is, because once again, little Nintendo kid that was very sheltered from the outside world of video games. But since Sonic is also in this game, I choose to believe that Blue Stinger is just Sonic, but reimagined as a scorpion. That's where the stinger comes from. Somebody wants to correct me on that, you can try.
Good guess, but no. Very no. I don't even think there are scorpions in Blue Stinger. Fun fact, Blue Stinger was a launch title for the North American Dreamcast, which of course came out on 9/9/99, the greatest launch campaign that a console has ever had. Fun fact, the Dreamcast was actually had the most successful console launch of all time until the PlayStation 4.
Huh. GG's, Dreamcast.
Of course, the Dreamcast came out in Japan in November of 1998. That is also a thing. And then here we go.
As we mentioned previously, this was a murder mystery in this level. So at the end of it, they will ask us who the killer is. Who is Killer Man? Chat, you can start coming up with your pet theories. My favorite legitimate answer is me. It was me all along.
It's true because you can pick yourself. The
Yep.
options are Killer Man is Killer Man, the player,
Duh.
Cunningham, Jason, or Jorg. And it's like, haha. The answer though is Killer Man is Killer Man, but it doesn't matter because unless you save Jorg, you don't get the $1 million prize. Because you see, as we're about to be asked, who is Killer Man? It's all the dead souls of the park getting revenge, because you see, everybody who goes to Illbleed dies because there's a $100 million prize if you can make it through Illbleed. And welcome to the morgue. These are all dead corpses of Illbleed attendants. Because obviously...
you'd think this was a horror game or something.
Yeah, you would think it was a horror game, and also, do you really think you were gonna get $100 million that easily? No. Also, you may notice that there's no music. This is the thing that I was going to tell everybody back, that I said more at this when we get to level 5, because it was a change in the game. Oh, and also I didn't tag the final trap of the level. It's fine. We just got scared. It's fine. The Japanese version has no music in this section unless we get into fight encounters. But the English version has music, so all we get is the heartbeat and the steps. So, extra added creepiness? Question mark?
I think I said this when we did this yesterday, that just the like quiet tippy tap of the walking with no music is kind of soothing. The increased heart rate in the background does make it less soothing and more uncomfortable.
Also, these zombies can go super fast. They can either be super slow or super fast. We got slow zombies, so we were fine. But, yeah, it is a thing as we continue to run as fast as humanly possible. Also, we're about to do a maze, and remember when I said that the game really likes you to take lefts? Who wants to count how many lefts we're going to take?
Oh no,
Because
I'm a speedrunner. I can't count.
Pippy thinks that speedrunners can't count. That's the bit here.
Am I wrong? I thought none of us could count. I can count to 11, and that's as high as they make me count in Skyward Sword. They've never made me count higher. No, just kidding. That one time they asked me to count to like 18 or something, and I went, that's too much. We're just gonna spam inputs and call it a day.
Oh. Also, I know I kind of spoiled things and called you out yesterday, but have you had to do any counting in Phantom Hourglass yet?
I don't think so, actually. I don't think we have. You know, it's perfect. There's a lot of drawing. Well, so the very beginning of the game does ask you to count a bunch of palm trees, but there's always the same number of palm trees. So I don't have to know how to count. I just have to know how to draw 7 on a stylus. Which
Okay, fair enough.
I hope I can do. Dang.
Okay, fair enough. As we keep running as fast as humanly possible. And then we need to take a right over here. Don't worry, I'll be reducing the heart rate shortly, so you won't have to hear the thunk for too much longer, although the game's music might, overpower that anyway. So we'll be good.
what they really should do for the international releases of Illbleed, they should have replaced all the silent sections with just the music from the overworld. So as we're running along, it just does that.
Oh no, I got into the fight and I was really that close? Okay, we're having that extra fight encounter. Here's Kevin squirming for 15 to 30 seconds, everybody. This is what I'm talking about. He's
Kevin,
just
what
like-
you doing? Oh, we're still going. Oh, we'll find the helipad eventually.
Right here. Luckily, they're slow zombies, so we're fine.
What kind of escape are we gonna get? I'm waiting with bated. Oh, it was a narrow one.
Yes. Yeah. Narrow escape. Do not jump down, by the way, because there's another fight encounter that can potentially happen, and it will soft lock you, because somehow it'll put you behind all of the mine carts, and so you'll just be stuck. Happened to me once, and I was like, oh, never jump down. That is a bad, bad move. Don't do it.
See, now
There we
the
go.
heart rate is a little more under control, and we just get the nice tippy taps. Kind of.
And then we get, you know what? I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it, even though it's gonna happen right now. We get this!
Oh, calming! I love fighting Captain Falcon in Nightmare Chamber of Hell.
Just screaming faces everywhere.
Oh, listen, Captain Falcon, have you ever considered that interior design might not be your strong suit? Also, we have a gun.
Yep.
This sure is a theme park that lets you have guns.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Indeed it does. Oh, come on. Oh, you want to laugh at me, huh? Kaboom.
I mean, just like Smash Brothers, Captain Falcon, he has to stand at some point and do a show me your moves, or else it doesn't count.
Fair enough. He's
And then
dead
goes
now.
flat. Turns out.
All right,
Killer
on
Man
to
was
the
Killer
final
Man.
level. Indeed. So, here we go. Final level. Toy Hunter. Cork Goes to Hell, based on the hit television episode that hasn't aired yet. That is literally how they announced the level, by the way.
Those are some really expensive relaxation CDs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, at that rate, that CD better give me a full massage.
You know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, because it's $800 dues.
Either that or inflation has just gone really, really wild in the 90s, which was 20 plus years ago. This came out in the 90s,
Yes.
right? Early 2000s?
No, 2001.
2001. Still 20 plus years ago, just not the 90s.
Yes.
Hey everyone, 2001 was over 20 years ago, and now we all feel old, and I'm very sorry.
Also, Chad, I have a very important announcement to make, including for everybody on this panel. I lost the game.
Oh,
You're welcome.
It really is the early 2000s.
That was mean.
And today, Abby has broken Abby.
So now we are Cork, and we have story cutscenes, which are unskippable cutscenes, so we have to tag them. There are 2 in this room, but only one of them is directly in our path.
I love that even the game acknowledges that unskippable cutscenes are a trap.
It's true, though.
Well, listen, I've seen Echoes of Wisdom runs. I'm so sorry. That's a lot of cutscenes.
It's a 4-hour run if you do glitchless. I've been watching TGH do a ton of them.
I've just been watching the glitched runs because menu storage. Hi, I like breaking video games. It's really fun.
All right, here we go. Oh, wait, nope. That's not that. Okay, are you going to be here? No. Which means you're probably going to be over here. Sorry, I'm trying to block a giant hedgehog hand from stomping me into the dirt.
Listen, we're just memeing over here while Abby actually has to play the video game and keep track of what route we're on and... Oh! Hey! I like that Lissus is still playing as Kevin, even though we are playing as legally distinct Mindiana Bones.
Cork the Toy Hunter.
Yep, that's what I said.
Which is, you might notice that it is a famous Lucasfilms looking character and also a Pixar looking character of some sort. Just saying.
Legally distinct, though.
Yes.
Always legally distinct. Do we know what pattern we're on yet?
Oh, I never know what pattern I'm on. I just know what to do. This is why I never made my guide, because I was like, wait, I don't know what pattern is what in this. No. Because I attempted to make an updated guide because the guide that is available is 4 years old and has changed dramatically in those 4 years. Shoutouts to Punchy for making a guide 4 years ago. We also have a Discord now of really cool people, and we kind of show video of like new stuff that's been found and what have you. Some pretty cool people there. If you want to join the Discord to learn this crazy game, speedrun.com/illbleed or however you find runs on speedrun.com.
Also, I was like pleasantly surprised when Abby asked me to do commentary for this game again. That also you're just casually dodging bullets. That there are now there's new tech. We're discovering new tech in 2024 for Illbleed. Heck yes. You go, Discord server.
The community may not be large. Also, I think we did the thing. We got the fight skip. Yay!
Ooh.
Also, we're going into the egg bar, which is a bar for eggs. Not a bar that they serve eggs. It's a bar for actual eggs.
Do they also serve eggs?
I don't think so, but there they are up there.
Oh.
Eggs.
Hello, eggs. Oh.
Yeah,
Yay!
So the plot here is that Cork is trying to save his girlfriend and or wife. I'm not really sure which it is. Some say it is his wife, some say it is his girlfriend. Who is in Toy Hell. And so Cork is trying to get his way into Toy Hell, so he's going to get himself executed. And so that's how that's gonna happen. Also, I'm in danger. Which, fun fact, that is not a Simpsons reference. That's a Family Guy reference, because that's from the crossover episode. So, joke's on us, everybody. We thought we were quoting a Simpsons meme? No. I'm sorry to break your brains even further.
This is interesting
with-
information for a person who did not grow up with TV, and thus I did not actively realize what that was a reference to. I just knew the voice line.
Oh. Yes, it's Ralph Wiggum saying they're in a bus and Homer and Peter are fighting, and then Ralph is like, "Hee, I'm in danger." And then it's like, oh, all right, Family Guy reference. Cool. But of course you wouldn't know that because all you see is Ralph Wiggum. So it's like, clearly Simpsons reference, right? No.
I do
Very no.
appreciate, I don't think I ever actively noticed before that when we entered this area, I always thought it just said Alcatraz. It doesn't. It says Alcatoys. Which is very good.
Yes.
This is very clever.
And there's Potodon. Potodon is going to get us into toy hell, but he's also going to feed us wrong information on how to get into toy hell and saves us from his error when it comes down to it. Also, cartoon gas can that provides us with the oil/gasoline that Potodon needs to escape.
Aw, it had his own face on it. I
Yes.
love the gas can. My favorite character is the gas can. I think that's pretty safe to say at this point. I like the gas can.
Yeah, it's a pretty good choice.
He's got a cute little face. He do just be kind of vibing. He's like, yeah, I'm in prison. Making the most of it.
Oh no. So now we have to find the right method for us to be doomed for all of eternity. Again, if you pick the wrong one, it's a trap. You will take damage. But it's kind of easy to figure out which one you need because there won't be anything around it except for a guard. The cutscene is actually really funny, but it kind of takes a minute, so we're gonna skip it and keep running as we keep going.
I do
And
love
jumping.
treading through a river of somehow oddly neon water. Like, it is genuinely a very neat effect.
Yes.
Is it supposed to be a sewer, I'm assuming?
Yes.
It looks irradiated.
Who knows? Who knows?
And it's also flowing, like, through a wall. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. And then we grab Potodon's chip because we need to put him in a new Potodon. And so that's what we're gonna do. Also, in Japanese, he is referred to as Inda, and because we are playing the Japanese version, there is the Inda sign. Obviously, the game is dubbed in English, like many horror games. Even if they were released in Japanese or in Japan, shout out Silent Hill, shout outs Resident Evil. It's just how they be. And then we're gonna put Potodon's chip in, and then I'm not going to explain the events that happen. So I'm not going to explain those events. And then we're going to reveal Sonic the Hedgehog's true form. Sonic fans, are you ready? Because it's time to reveal his true form. As we head into the boss fight. Ta-da!
Oh my god!
Welcome to Zodic the Hell Hog, and you need to kill his rings in order to kill him. You cannot kill him by just hitting him. Also, he has iframes if he's doing an attack, so that is why I am keeping my distance, because obviously I want to kill him quickly.
He is also just very Sonic. I want to see him do the dash attack. Can we get a roll in, Mr. Zodic? No,
Maybe.
no, no. Oh, he said no. Okay, he's not gonna roll for me. He did
Hold
like
on,
a little
maybe if I get-
finger shake.
Yeah, you know, the classic Sonic finger idol
That's
green
no good.
thing. There we go.
There he
you go.
goes. Whee!
Ow.
Owie.
I didn't mean to make it. Cork, what are you doing? What are you doing?
he can't shoot Sonic.
I don't know why he's hitting a mountain or whatever that's supposed to be part of a mountain. I don't know if we're fighting on a mountain. For all we know,
Oh,
this
there he
could
goes.
secretly be like Toy Mordor, for all we know.
Secretly this is on Angel Island. I remember things from Sonic Adventure.
Nice.
I don't think Angel Island was very hell-like. What was that stage that put you in the what was the stage that puts you in like a little hell thing in Sonic Adventure? I don't remember. It had decent music.
I'll take your word for it.
Listen, Sonic Adventure was a great experience.
Yes,
And
if only
You killed
it.
Sonic.
Yes, because again, animatronic. Again, theme park. Also, it's
Animatronic.
final boss time. So again, because we can't heal well in fights, we're not gonna pick up anything. We're just going straight into the boss. Do 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 do. Again, when you play this game, this will get stuck in your head. It's just a fact.
I saw Abby learning this run for the first time and immediately went and downloaded the music. It's on my computer.
Hooray!
It's been like 2 years at this point, and I still have it.
Hooray! Someday, Pippy will ask me, can you help me learn the run to Illbleed?
Listen, being a Zelda runner didn't work out, so we're gonna try Illbleed.
So here we go. It is Bullstinger from the hit video game published by Activision in the West. You know, Blue Stinger. Did I say Blue Stinger twice? I meant Bull Stinger from the hit game Blue Stinger. It's fine.
I think you said it right
Dodge.
the first time. I'm not 100% sure. Howie, your
It's-
knees!
It's fine. Yesterday I thought I did a new skip that's never been found before, and it was like, no, I just completely ignored the fact that I did the thing.
Abby was like, whoa, we skipped a fight? That's never happened before. And then went back and watched the clip that somebody took, and no, she just zoned it out.
It's true.
Which is honestly such a mood. All the time, I'm like, what part of the route am I doing? I forget.
Also, that's time.
Woo!
We did it. We beat the Illbleeds again, everybody.
I think you
And
beat
we
your time
got-
from yesterday, too.
Anything is possible. Also, we get a banger song.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Pippy, do you want to tell the fine people where they can find you?
No, I want to tell the fine people where they can find Abby's Corner at twitch.tv, Abby's Corner, spelled ABBIES, which is the correct way to spell Abby, I'm told by multiple Abbies. Abby runs a ridiculous amount of video games and is really good at them. So go follow Abby. She did this run.
Okay, fine. Then go follow Pippi, an amazing Zelda runner and possible future Illbleed runner, question mark? Or possible Castlevania Symphony of the Night runner.
Oh, definitely.
You know, I do run a lot of games. I'm at 50 at this point. Speaking of Castlevania Symphony of the Night, you can see me on November 5th on GDQ Hotfix running Castlevania Symphony of the Night on the Sega Saturn. Yeah, also big things happening in November. Keep an eye on those spaces. And whatnot. You can also find me on Blue Sky at Blue Sky, whatever it is, /abbiescorner. And you can also find me on Twitter at Abby_Brander. Oh god, somebody uses their real name on Twitter. Sacre bleu, c'est impossible. Oui, je parle le français. Je suis terrible parce que je ne peux pas parler l'anglais.
Wait, Abby, can I add in a
Yes.
comment? Je suis ordinateur. Thank you. I didn't say I was good at it.
But yes, thank you for having me. It's been wonderful. It took 3 years to find 2 years, whatever it's been. I'm happy that I finally got here. It's great. Again, shout outs to all the staff, and whatnot. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Also, Pippi said that she's a computer.
I did.
She said in French. But yes, thanks everybody. This has been Illbleed. Probably the hardest game to play ever if you don't know what you're doing.
That run was amazing, and I now love this game, and I see why Lucy, part of our crew, loves this game. I get it.
It's very charming.
But that's gonna wrap it up. We're gonna take a little bit of a break, and then we're gonna come back, and we're gonna get all the crew together, and we're just gonna say our goodbyes and thank yous. But thank you so much to everybody who's been around. Sit back for just a minute or two. We'll be right back. But huge shout outs to Abby and Pippi for such an incredible run. This was amazing. Just take a seat. You're probably already sitting, actually. But if you're not, take a seat. And we'll be back in just a minute.